All right, y'all. All right. Monday morning. Not working today. It just rained and rained and rained and rained, y'all. So, I already knew that, though. So, today this morning, man, I'm going to go get, I'm finna go get the COVID shot, y'all. I got an appointment at 9:30. It's 9:15 now. I had a lot of mixed feelings about getting the shot, you know. But, you know, after looking at all the information available, I don't think the shot's gonna hurt me, right? And my mom and my family, they've been really, know a lot of people that have actually died from COVID right here in our area. So they're super alert and super keen on, well, they've been pushing me to get the shot. and I've had a lot of mixed feelings about it, but at the end of the day, what's it gonna hurt, man? You know, at the end of the day, it ain't costing me nothing. At the end of the day, it may save my life. You never know. I mean, I don't know, you know. I don't know if I believe everything they're saying about COVID or whatever. And, you know, got on their website and just made an appointment, man. It was that simple. Pretty easy. Now we'll see how hard it is to, you know. But there's really no excuse when you think about it for me not getting it. You know. And I know a lot of people might say, well, man, you know, COVID ain't even real, and man, the shot it don't help anybody, and you know, and this and that. Well, I ain't seen it hurt nobody either. So another thing, I can't seem to find my debit card, not my main banking card that I use, but one of my business cards. So I got to go by the bank and cancel all that, and there's been no transactions on it, and I can actually see the last time I used it, and so I kind of track down exactly, you know, about where I bought Chinese with it. So yeah, and I called the Chinese place and they said no, nobody turned one in, so we're gonna go on and get in front of that, because there's a pretty good bit of money in that account, and I didn't freeze the account yet, but I'm gonna go to the bank this morning, because I knew I was going to the bank this morning, and I know how things drop into these accounts. The way my bank does, and I don't know if every bank does it like this, is they pretty much don't make any movement over the weekend. Everything is pending. Everything that you do in my bank account is pending all weekend. And then on Tuesday morning, bam, everything hits. All your deposits that you did on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday hit, and all your and everything that you spent too. So you might not even see anything until tomorrow morning, and it'll be posted. WAP. And so, at least from the website standpoint, so I'm gonna go inside the bank this morning, and we're gonna go on and make sure that we stop any movement after the Chinese restaurant, because I haven't had the card since then, and that was, I hate to say it, that was like Thursday night. I didn't even know it was gone until yesterday morning. And no, I don't think nobody stole it or anything like that. And I may come across it, you know, I need to get me a new wallet. I may come across it at some point in time, you know, while I'm, but I'm not going, while I'm looking for it, but I haven't seen it yet. It's not in the wash machine, it's not in the truck, and it's not in my wife's car, so we're just gonna go on and cancel that card and get them to issue me a new card this morning. I don't use the bank account I don't use that account every day, and I can maneuver money around to where I don't have to have that account for, you know, a week or so. Now, if I were buying something real big or whatever, I could just write a check, you know, but we're gonna get that debit card, that credit card, that whatever you want to call it, it's both, and we're gonna get that canceled. If I had seen any kind of movement on the account, I would have froze everything. but I didn't see any movement on the account. And I've learned that if you try to freeze an account or do something like that, it can take weeks to get it unfroze, and I just didn't want to do that, especially when I know how the my bank works as far as pending versus posted, and nothing ever posts on Monday, you know. And I haven't seen any strange movement on it, so it's probably just, you know, usually if somebody stole it or if somebody picked it up, there's going to be instant issues with it. You know, they're going to be trying to get gas with it, or, you know, if there's any kind of, you know, fraudulent going on, they're going to try to use it ASAP. They're not going to grab the card or pick the card up off the ground and then hold it for a week and then try to use it. They're going to try to use it right then. But I know for a fact that I did not have it all day on Friday, and I did not have it, and I haven't had it since Thursday night. So, yeah. Doesn't happen often in my world, but every now and then, ready to slip up. You know, every now and then, y'all. All right, y'all, so that was painless, man. I got tested. It took about not tested, but I got the shot. It took about 10 minutes, and then they wanted me to sit there for about 10 minutes. It was real easy. No lines, no nothing. It didn't cost me nothing. And I went on and got the flu shot, too, so. But I got to go in here into the bank and cancel this credit card, debit card, one of my business accounts cards. So I can't find that card nowhere, and I don't know where it is, man. I'm tired of looking for it. You know, I just don't have a lot of credit cards. You know, I don't have any. I got one credit card. The rest of them are bank cards, and, you know, and they're credit cards too. But I don't have a line of credit on them. You know, everything's coming right out of my bank account. Because I'm a real believer in living on cash, or living on what you make, because that's really the only way you can truly see if you are moving forward. If everything is credit, you know, then, you know, your perception of what you got and what you're making and what you're, you know, paying out and everything, your bottom line is kind of skewed a little bit. You don't really know what you're making, because you have to pay this out and you have to pay that out. But you have to keep credit going too. You can't just not have any credit. It's not smart, you know, because if you ever need credit, if you ain't never had credit, then you're gonna have a problem getting credit, and you never know when you're gonna need credit. So there's a balance there, you know. I got a couple of things on credit now. I got the Skag mower I bought last year, you know, but I got 48 months no interest, and I think I owe about $4,000 on it, and I still got 30 months or so to pay that. But what I ended up doing, this is what I ended up doing on the Power Rate, y'all, is I ended up paying $5,000 and then financing $2,500. And what I'll do is I have 2 years to pay the $2,500. What I'll do now is I'll pay off something that I got on credit now. Like, you know, I know about, over a year ago, I bought a really, really nice computer, and it was like $2,500. And what I did is I financed, I don't know, I want to say I financed about $1,000 of it. And then, you know, and I had 24 months no interest. So I'll go on and pay that off. And then I'll probably go on and pay the Skag off. And then I'll be at a point to where the new credit is not a big deal. I also paid off a few other things too. because a lot of times when I buy stuff, little stuff, to me, and I don't know if it's right or wrong, but to me, you got to have some sort of credit. You need, well, you don't got to, but it's better if you got some sort of credit. And I have credit. You know, I'm a homeowner, and you know, of course, I finance this truck, and I finance things that, well, that it's hard to explain. I finance things, you know, other than the truck at my house, of course. Other things like tools and equipment and stuff that I may finance, there's usually a strategy behind it. Like, you know, with the Skag mower, you know, I got 48 months no interest, but when I went and got the Skag, I put $5 grand down, and then I paid another $2 grand. So, you know, in a lump sum. So $7,000 of the Skag was paid in 2 payments. And then what I did, and so then I fall back to the 48 months no interest, which is, I mean, is minimal. It's so minimal, I don't even know exactly how much it is. It's not $300, and it's more than $200, somewhere in there, $220 or something like that a month. No interest. So I got it calculated out to where I'll have it paid off in, you know, like two years. Now, I probably won't do that. I'll probably go on and pay it off because I'll want to buy something else. And what I do when I buy something is I pay off, instead of buying whatever I'm wanting to buy and pay all cash for it, what I'll do is I'll take the cash that I was going to put on whatever I want to buy, I'll pay off something that I owe money on and get it paid off, button that account up, and then finance something else, and then just piggyback off of that, you know. And some things I just straight out pay cash for. You know, the Ferris mower I pay cash for, you know, and the Twill tires I pay cash for. The Harley rake, I borrowed $2,500 on an existing account that I already got. So I was able to put $5 grand down and finance $2,500 with 2 years no interest. And if you got to pay interest, well, then you don't need to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know that what I'm doing is smart. Like right now, I could pay off the $2,500 on the power rake. You know, I could pay the $2,500 off. I got the money, you know, so I was just going to pay cash for one if I had to. But when I found the one that I found, and the dealer was saying, well, you know, you can do, if you're putting $5 grand down, you can just finance the $2,500, and then you can, you know, at no interest. And I'm like, okay, because I had planned on paying cash up to $8,000. I didn't want to, but I could have. So instead of me paying cash, I'll hold on to that $2,500, and just as, you know, just to hold on to, and then if I need to pay it off, I can, you know. The same way with the man lift. Now the man lift's a little bit different, because they're charging me interest on the man lift, and I'm going to be calling them to make a lump payment, because I don't like the way the financing on the man lift is going. They're making me carry insurance on it above my own insurance, my own liability insurance. Now, I don't really understand, you know, that, but they are, and they're automatically taking it out. So I called them back, you know, I guess it was the very beginning of the summer, and I told them that, you know, I didn't want to do that, and that I want to just pay it off, and I want to get a payoff on it and pay it off. And they're telling me that I had to at least finance it for a year before they'd let me do that. Now, I don't know about that, because if I am a credit company, right, And I got somebody that has been making their payments on time, ain't missed a beat, and put $10,000 down on this piece of equipment. I only financed $7,000. In business, that's not a lot of money. And my payment is $300 and something a month, but I'm paying interest. And that's a problem for me. And it ain't just a little bit of interest, it's a lot. And I didn't mind doing that at the time because I figured, okay, I'll pay it off, within 6 months, and I won't have to worry about the interest. Well, 6 months went by, and I was ready to go on and pay about $5,000 on it, so I'd only owe like $2,000, right? And they told me I couldn't do it. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have ever experienced anything like that, but you got to be wary like that. So I ended up, I didn't pay the $5,000 because they told me I couldn't. But I didn't do nothing. I didn't spend the money on anything else either. So as soon as a year hits on that man lift, I'm paying it off because that interest is like 9%. And it's high, man, and you got to watch it. And my credit score was pretty good. I mean, not great, but 740, something like that. So I don't really have a problem signing up for anything. I can pretty much get whatever I need. That makes sense, But I don't like paying interest, and I've been paying interest on the man lift. And I don't even know I know what the interest rate is, but I don't know exactly how much interest I'm paying each month. But if it's $40, it's too much for me. I don't want to pay no interest on nothing, not when I'm sitting here with the money in the bank to pay it off. And they're telling me I can't pay it off. So, you gotta be careful when you start stepping into the unknown, and buying equipment and stuff, and going through finance companies and stuff. They make it pretty easy to do, where you don't have to go anywhere. You can do it all online based on your information and all. But with that being said, you got to look at every little thing. And I'm new to the credit game. And I'll tell you what, it's big business, y'all. Big business, because people or companies loan guys like me money on equipment, and the interest rate is not like a vehicle. The interest rate is not like, going and buying a mower 24 months, no interest. When you start stepping outside of, normal equipment, things that are kind of not everyday regular occurrence things that you buy, I could probably get a $50,000 skid steer with a lower payment than the $7,000 that I borrowed on the man lift. But I've been making the payments, and we're going. Me and the accountant done got together, and we done earmarked money to pay that off. So I want to be able to pay it off before the end of the year, and so I can write it on the taxes. Write it off on my taxes this year. What else? But that's just, some of the little things that I didn't think about when I got the man lift. I just wanted the man lift, and I'll overcome that. I mean, I've been overcoming it, and we're not talking about, we're talking about an additional, in interest, and I hate it no matter how much it is, like I said, but we're talking about probably $50 a month interest that I'm paying. Not going to make or break the bank, it's probably more like $70 or $80 a month. So I'm probably paying $70 or $80, maybe even $100 a month interest on the man lift. And it's not going to make or break Ray, but I don't like doing that. And we're gonna get that paid off. And true enough, the man lift, I could take the man lift right now and I could sell it for $16,000 and be good, be good. But then I wouldn't have a man lift, and I don't know how many more times in my lifetime I'm going to be willing to pull the trigger on something like that. It's a unique piece of equipment to have, and it can make you a lot of money. It's not typical. You know, everybody's got a lawnmower, and everybody's got, you know, a lot more people got a skid steer than a man lift. The man lift is a unique piece of equipment, and if you can use it and put it in scenarios to make money, then you're outside of what most people can do without going and renting something. And like I said, I have made a lot of money with the man lift. I have gotten my 10 grand back and then some. And the reason why I haven't paid the man lift off is, like I said, they don't want me to pay it off. They're telling me I can't pay it off. And I'm telling them I'm gonna pay it off. So I didn't want to do all that chasing in the summer with, you know, with all the other stuff I had, so it kind of just fell on the back burner, and I just kept paying the interest and paying the payments. But now that we're getting into the off season and I'm able to sit back and count my money and see where I'm at financially, then we're gonna get the man lift paid off. We're gonna go and get that taken care of, because I don't like that business model there. But you know, these are the things that you go through and that you try to learn from. And of course, I'm making money with the man lift, and I got the man lift. I own the machine. I got the paperwork and everything. I got what they call the declaration of title or whatever on the man lift. So nobody's gonna be able to come and repossess it or nothing, you know. I mean, yeah, I mean, they'd catch hell repossessing it. And I'm not going to miss a payment though. See, I'm even if they tell me I can't pay it off, and I go to my accountant and I tell them that, and I may even have her call them and try to figure, you know, some way to get out money that's fair. And I'll listen to what the accountant, whatever the accountant tells me to do is what I always do. Okay, y'all, so that was relatively painless. You know, no movement on the account. No, you know, fraudulent, nothing, no nothing. So that's a good thing, man. You know, but that what they do, and I know a lot of people already know this. What they do, they don't freeze the account. They just shut the debit card. That debit card down and issue me another one. So I'll have another debit card going to my PO box here in the, you know, in the next 5 or 6 business days. So yeah, so the Harley rake is supposed to come today. They just called me and they're saying tomorrow around lunchtime. So, you know, not that I can do anything with it anyway. The biggest thing is being available, you know, because I have to be there to offload it with the skid steer. So yeah. But other than that, y'all, today's just going to be, I'm probably going to build my mailbox post. That's what I need to do, man. Because it's really about the only thing I can do that's productive, you know, physically productive, you know. I'm always going to be doing the mental productive stuff, you know, the computer stuff, the invoicing, and all that. But the physical stuff, you know, if I'm not making money, then I need to do a little bit of something every day, just for the overall, not necessarily for the business, though you only have so much time in a day. You have to make sure that on days like today that you're productive, so you don't have to take a pretty day to do the build mailbox post, you know. And I know, really, you can go buy a mailbox post for that, yeah, but I like to build them, man. And I ain't got nothing else to do, and I'm going to build one. And I might do a little video on building one. I'm not a master carpenter or framer or nothing, though I have worked in the construction industry pretty much my whole life. So I've done brick work and block work. I've done, I mean, we got paid for it. I've done, you know, masonry work. I've done roofing, you know, when I was a younger man. I've done I've been a driver for a lumber yard. I actually worked at the lumber yard. I worked for a deck and fence company for about 4 years when I was younger. So I can pretty much, and I framed houses too, on and off. And I've just been, dabbling in the game for a while, in the construction game. I haven't never really done what you guys see me do now. I haven't really done any Bobcat work or any kind of, I've never even ran a Mini X, y'all. Never even ran one. So I've always done things with my hands, because that's the cheapest overhead. And as a southern boy, I always, we cut grass. I cut, my mom and pa's grass all the time. That's not a big deal. What else have I done? Yeah, I've even worked, and then I worked in an office for about 4 years, doing drawings for civil design drawings and for a civil engineer. And I've done drawings on self-storage units and the building of these complexes and stuff, where I worked on the actual CAD drawings, buildings, where we would pretty much draw the buildings up, and then we go into the detail of the buildings, and we show where the purlins go, and this goes and that goes, and what gauge steel we're using here and what gauge steel we're using there, and how long, pretty much just a detailed CAD drawing for the county, and for the builder, to get materials and all that. So I've done a lot of different kinds of work, and that makes me, as I'm 52, that makes me kind of rounded. That's why you guys see me doing a lot of different type of stuff. Not only on, the lawnmowers and stuff, but I can pretty much build anything as long as I can see it in my head. If I cannot see it in my head, then and of course I'm not a master builder or nothing, but I can build basic stuff, decks, fences, that kind of thing, and y'all see, man, y'all know. But that makes me, even though I don't do that kind of work for a living anymore, that makes me pretty rounded when it comes to things. Like, y'all gonna see me build some stuff around that shipping container. Y'all gonna see that, and framing wood. And when you think about wood frame stuff, the same concept applies to steel. Of course the specs are different, and you can go further distances and without support and all that with steel, but it's pretty much the same fundamental concept. You got rafters, and you got joists, and you got support poles, and it's all the same. It's just a different material. So yeah, I mean, it helps to go through all that. There's no way I could roof houses now and make money at it, though. If I needed to put a roof on my house, I could probably do it. Now I wouldn't be able to I couldn't make money at it. I'd be way too slow, and I don't have all the equipment to do it efficiently. If I wanted to I built a back porch, a covered back porch on my deck, 21 foot by 14 foot. I built a 12 foot by 12 foot lean-to on the other side of my house. So I can build a lot of stuff. I built decks and fences. I built all the fences you guys see around my house. Of course, some of them are really old now, but and they're going to be getting replaced too.